Live. Hey, everybody. So, how do we achieve more with limited time? If you felt you have those huge to-do lists, huge goals, but very short time during the day and week that you just don't get to actually do everything that you plan to do, this is the video for you. So, hey, everybody, and welcome. Today, I have a special guest here with me, Athena Todd. She
Hi,
is a
everybody.
cross-culture, sorry, I'm going, so she is a cross-culture coach and also a trained Robbins Madness coach. She inspires cross-culture professional and experts in their career pursuing becoming more confident and resourceful regardless of their culture and language barrier. So meet at the amazing Tina. Hey, Tina, good to have you here. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It was pretty crazy weather over here, but we're hailing and sunny and rainy at the same time in Oregon.
For the people that don't know, Oregon, you said, right?
That's right. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. So we have Athena from Oregon here with us. Guys, let us know where you're from. Comment below. Let us know where you're from. And let's start. So, Athena, you're professionally running social media nowadays,
Mhm.
and you're a high achiever that is running programs right now.
Mhm.
You're using the time for your own good and rising. What changed for you and put you on the pro side, if you will, with using the time for your advantage?
I would say about 2 years ago, I was pretty much like everybody else. That's where pandemic started, right? And then you
That's
had to
correct.
learn how to take your business from in person to online. And that's where I was at. So I know for me, social media has to be the way to for me to communicate with my customer, and then of course learning about how to market on social media, that's another different beast. So with that said, when the time when I first started, I know it was very overwhelming for just like a lot of you. You gotta set your marketing goal. How do you attracting leads? How many leads will come in, and how many will convert? And then you also have, try to at that time when I first started out, even though I know I have a general idea, the cross-cultural professional and aspects are my ideal clients, but I still have more to narrow it down exactly in what area. So further, that was the part at the time I would still need to focus on. And then of course, you have to, at the time I also want to write a course, and then I need to create an outline. So I gotta know what exactly I would be my focus. So, and then I also had to build a Facebook profile, my business group. At the time, I have my a business page, and I haven't built a Facebook group yet. And then, of course, you have to network with other groups to get to know more people. So, so with the whole, each, item are, taking chunk of time. I totally get it. I was like, where do I even start? I was like, it's so overwhelming. I don't even want to start. And I get it. I was in that same boat. So what I did to help myself to get first, clarity is the number one thing for me. Clarity is power.
Definitely.
You guys don't know that, right?
Clarity is power.
So that's right. So that's why I just, grab a piece of paper and start writing down what exactly I need to do that move needles. So what is the most important things on my to-do list? Most of you know to-do lists, but a lot of you don't want to look at a to-do list. But that's what I did. I start writing it down exactly what is a must for me. That the reason why I'm doing that for. And then once I write them down and I'm able to categorize the importance of doing those tasks, what is the purpose for me to do them? And the result I'm looking for
Mm,
once I accomplish that. So to me, once I organize my result, with a purpose, then that becomes, the motivation for me to take action to get it done. So that's how I'm be able to achieve, the things I want to get done on my list, because I have purpose in my mind why I'm doing it. Because once I know the reason why I'm doing it, when I hit that roadblock, I have enough motive to finish it. As we know, a lot of time we treat to-do lists. It's like, oh, another list done, another cross the line. It's like we are human being. We're not human doing. So that's why we got to find the purpose behind what we are doing, not what we, you know, things like that in that nature. That makes sense.
Yeah, that we are a human being and not a human doing, and I love that. I'll just go for comments that people are writing here. I see Carol Hart here with us, Erlinda Jordan.
Oh,
Hey, hey,
Carol!
everybody. Hey, Carol. Herlinda said, I love your hair, Athena.
Oh, you
Great hair.
do. What are you guys doing on it?
Carol says, so happy to see you. So happy to see you too, Carol. And definitely, I love, Tina, what you said here about clarity is power, and actually focus on what's important, not on what's urgent, because then when we are on the urgent part, we are on the stress levels. The stress levels are high, and I'm so familiar with that. For years I've been in that place as well, like running on the urgent, like have massive to-do list, like everything. I don't know where to do, what to do. And until you change it, like you said, having the clarity first of all, and then focus on what's important. And that hit homes so well with what you said also with the why and the result. Because usually we see, oh, okay, I have to do this. What is have? What is should? And then we should all over the place. Instead of actually focusing on the result, like you mentioned, and why. Why the hell am I doing what I'm doing? Like, why is it important to me?
Hmm. Hmm.
Right?
Sometimes I
Without any,
think, yeah, sometimes I think the reason why we're doing it had to be the first thing that we think about before we even think about results. Like, okay, I want this result, but why? Right?
exactly.
It's like, why are we doing it? What's the purpose behind it? So I think that is the deepest question for a lot of people. When I was even younger, I can care less about why. I just want to get that result, right? Because we can care less, because we follow the social norm. We just know that's what most people do. So if you ask me why, I don't know. It's just what most people do. That's why I'm doing it. But when I hit it a hard time, I wasn't able to push it through. It was because I didn't know my why. And then now I know my
Mm.
why. So I was able to push it through, and then able to, reach my goal, having the event. Like, I thought, nobody would show up, but I have almost 10 people in my first run of the event, right? Even though I
This
almost
is
feel like it was,
incredible.
but yeah, that's how I got it done.
From the first event ever. This is
First event.
incredible. So, like you said with the why, so how the why actually helped you to move things forward
How the why?
for
So you
you?
asking my why? Yeah, for me, I know, especially we're talking about on social media, a lot of people are just like, don't even want to look there. It's like, I don't even want to turn on the Facebook, try to do my posts and things like that. It's so daunting. And actually just talking to one of the professional, and that was one of the big things for a lot of people, is like, I'm not good at writing. I don't want to write. So, for me, I know, and that was one of the way I can reach my audience, because, you know, everything's all on the internet. So for me to communicate with my audience is through my words, through my voice. And so
Mm,
that's why I choose to show up and writing my thoughts and teaching tips to my clients, because that's the only way I can communicate. So, and I want to share my voice, and then I want to help the people like me So I guess you can call that a mission. That's
I
my
love
why.
it.
Yeah. So once that become a life mission, it's to me it's no brainer. Why not?
So even if it's a daunting task, you still do it because you're focusing on the mission there.
Yes, yes. I have a bigger mission than myself, and then I know why I go after that result. And I know a lot of people are, maybe on financial gain, that is just the bonus. But if you know your why, it could be your family, you could be for whatever that you're doing this for, that is your why. At least that's for me. That's also my
Good.
why.
I love it. This is so true. Like when you do have a powerful why, you have motivation because motivation doesn't. I less love the word. I don't love the word so much motivation because motivation, we create the motivation. When we
Mhm.
create our powerful whys, when we're looking at the result, and when we do the action, that's what brings the motivation. The motivation don't pop up when we binge on Netflix. The
Mhm.
motivation won't pop up when we just scrolling on Facebook and Instagram. It won't do anything. So only when you have a strong why, a result purpose driven, and clarity. I love the clarity
Right.
part. This is so strong.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I know a lot of people are familiar with the term time management, but the problem
Mm,
with time management is that will just train us to become a human doing. We just do, cross task one after another, but with no meaning. But what the issue in time management is they didn't connect with the task and the relationship with what we're doing. So what that really means is really okay. So if I'm doing this particular, like, so for example, for me, in the morning I exercise. I do a we dance with my husband, and then not only for my own personal health, and I also get the chance to connect with my husband, and then we have fun. So what's the purpose of doing that? Connection. So that's where we connect. So a lot of time people say, well, we don't have find time for family time, and that's how I find time. I make time,
mm,
so that have dual purpose. So and then for the meditation, I also do that for my own personal health. So I group, those, like, exercise, meditation, and of course you have prepare healthy meals. Those are for my overall health and well-being. So I will group those tasks together, and then I just do them together because they all produce the same results, regardless what order I give them. As you
mm.
can see, we are grouping all, if you have 10 items, but if you're grouping them in the similar results, you might only end up two categories that you had to tackle instead of 10. Who like
And
two?
then you're less stressed,
That's right. Then you have less stress because you only have two categories you have to look at instead of 10 tasks that you have to do.
which can be very overwhelming. Definitely. Carol also says, and I can only do this in a relaxed manner from authentic place in my heart. I can no longer do my work stressed out anymore. Exactly. When you group that, that's when you lower the stress and you have more energy to actually do what's important.
Yeah, we
I
all
have my
have
family
24
time.
hours a day. Yeah. So
Hmm.
how do the
The
success
same
people
24.
can achieve more and with less stress? That's how they do it.
Exactly. Think about Einstein, think about Elon Musk, all those people. They have the same 24 hours we have. They don't have
Mhm.
something different, but they know how to make things happen because they actually grew. I don't know if they grew things, but they actually know how to manage the time with powerful mission that helps them to go with it. Like Tony Robbins, also he is grouping, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And what's
Yes,
more
this
important?
is
Yeah.
this is Tony Robbins' RPM system that I will be sharing in
Hmm.
Aiden's challenge. I'll be sharing more.
So wait for that. So Athena, we all have, right? We all have those huge to-do lists, right? And I'm
Mhm.
sure you had those as well in the past. So that we can actually go crazy by just look at them. Like, how
Mhm.
do you deal with that overwhelm? We talked a bit about the grouping, but how we actually deal with that overwhelm feeling when
Mhm.
you have so much things to do but little time?
So to me, like I said earlier, I will look at what I got to do for a day. Like that's something you can do. Everybody can do themselves. So I do the same thing. I just basically write down everything for me that I want to do. I know it's something I need to accomplish, and then I start to chunk them
Mm,
into whatever the results I want from those task, because I will grouping some, like I said earlier, I will find whatever I wrote down, what similar result they have, and I just separate them. I start organizing. This one's for business. This one's for my family.
mm,
And I always, and after that, um, people know you got to take action to get it done, right? Writing down is not going to make it all magically happen. So what I do is, I know this is not necessarily for everyone, but for me, my head is clearer in the morning, first thing in the morning, and I will grab a couple
mm,
of my Wonder Woman tea in the morning, and then I just put in the meditation music and I start to write. Remember I mentioned about earlier, one of the things on my to do, it was getting the outline and context done for my course, and that's exactly what I did. I start with 4 o'clock in the morning because I know there later on in the day I get really busy and then people start waking up and I get interrupted. So I know that would be the quietest time, but for other people that could be, you're late at night. But for me, it happened to be in the morning and my head is clear. And I can actually, that's when the wisdom come in and whisper that I can hear. That's right.
yeah.
So I always do the most difficult thing first. And then later on throughout the day, maybe like for social media, profile, updating profile or changing the cover photo, that can be handled within 15-30 minutes, and I just fit that in throughout the day. I just block in the time for that. That's how I was able to get done.
That's actually how you get done something in the morning, and then you feel more accomplished because you just achieved something when you just woke up.
Well, for me, it is the most difficult thing, not just something. Can you believe if you
Exactly.
if you tackle the most difficult thing and get that out of the way, that make that little things is so easy to tackle and get it done. And that's how I always do the most difficult things, because if I don't work on
Mm,
that first, if I just keep having in the back of my mind, it will eventually produce what? Overwhelm, produce anxiety. So I know that's for me. It works for me because I know that's the only way to get the anxiety and overwhelm out of the way is to face it, face on.
yep. Same here. I totally hear about it. And again, it hit home because I remember like before I started doing that, that was around 4 years ago. I was like so stressed out. First thing in the morning, I was like, "What the hell am I doing?" Didn't have any morning routine, and I was so stressed out. When I actually started the morning routine, I remember also reading that book. I don't remember the name of the writer. Eat That Frog.
Oh
Eat That
yeah.
Frog. It's amazing book, and it's talking exactly about that. Eat that frog first. Eat the difficult thing first. Like just swallow that frog and just continue
Oh,
with your day. That way you're
that's right.
less stressed. You're
Mm-hmm.
more at ease. When you start doing that, you're getting more energy because, oh my God, I just did the difficult thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm ready to start my day. I'm feeling more accomplished, and you have more confidence in yourself. I know
That's
that
right.
talking about myself and also experience that with clients that that's how it's actually moving through. And I'm sure for you too, like you just mentioned, like after you did that, that's it. You feel more at ease.
Yeah. I mean, that to me, that builds confidence. And it's like, wow, I just get the most difficult task out of the way. You know, nothing can tackle me down later because
Yeah.
I just accomplished something difficult.
And it's like magic.
That's right.
Just like a spell, you just gotta do it, finish with that first thing in the morning, and then done. So,
Right.
guys, you're welcome to share with us what is the thing that you're going to tackle first thing in the morning. I see Carol said here, me too. That's exactly what I do. I start 4-ish. Guys, you're an early riser. Exactly. When you're getting up. And actually, I love also what you said, Athena, because some people like think, oh my God, I have to wake up early. I have to do it in first thing. I got to wake up early and do it. But there are people that are more late, that
That's
in the
right.
night they think more creatively and actually achieve more in the night. So if you achieve more in the night, notice that and do that first thing before you go to bed. Eat that frog that in the morning you're relaxed. You don't need to think about what you need to do first thing because you already accomplished that in the night before you
Hmm.
went to sleep. Now that's different from different people.
Everybody.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
I love that. So one more question, Athena. So if you can go back in time, what
Hmm.
is the one piece of advice you will
Hmm.
give to your younger self?
Learn to say no, Athena.
Learn to say no. I love that.
Yeah, because I mean, it could be my Asian culture background. We say we are the yes ma'am, yes sir. That's how I have grew up. To say yes to my parents, to elderly, to
Mm,
whatever the expectation from the family. And then one thing I did realize later on in life is when I'm busy fulfilling other people's agenda, I forgot my own. So that's why I think it's so important for my younger self, Athena. You live
yeah.
your life a second time. This is what I'm going to tell you. So this is what I would share with my little Athena is to because if I don't um, point out the thing that's important to me, if I don't treat the most important things to me as the priority, other people will fill my days with their priority of what's most important to them. So make yourself the priority. Say no
Ooh,
when you can. Of
drop the
course,
mic.
you can always say, not right now, but when that change, I'll get back to you. So there is a elegant way to say no. You don't have to say harsh no. You just let them know when things changes, I will let you know. So
Mm.
learn to say no. I have seen not only for me, but a lot of people have a hard time to say no to people,
I'm
especially
in
when
those
they.
categories. I was a huge people pleaser, a huge one. Like everyone just said something. I said, yes, 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 I will do it. Yes, I will do it. And then you don't have time for yourself. So I love that you said that. Start to say no. That will be the advice for your younger self. And you can say it also elegantly. And this
Mhm.
is so important because that's what can take you forward. Like I love that metaphor of like when you're on an airplane, right? If emergency happen, those oxygen mask dropped, right? So do you put it on yourself or do you put it to the someone that's next to you? You put it on yourself first, right? In order to have the oxygen, not faint out, and then you can actually help more people because now you have the mask, you have energy to help other. If you try to put it for your child that next to you or your grandparents or whoever is next to you, you will faint and you won't be able to actually help them. Your energy will drop. So same for what Athena said just right now, start to say no, put your oxygen mask first.
Mhm.
Therefore, you can help more people out there. Like I was raised about like, if you care about yourself, you're just egocentric. You don't care about people if you care about yourself. And that's not true, because then you have low energy and you're not able to function at a higher level. Therefore, you won't be able to help and raise people with you. So start saying no. I love that,
That's
Athena.
right. That's right. That's how I just kind of help you find more time for your day by saying no.
Just by saying no, guys. Just by saying no.
That's right.
So Carol said, Herlinda said, studying for exam, I have to make priority and everything else will fall into place. Exactly. Start saying no for everything else and focus on your exam. Focus on what need to be done right now.
That's
On the
right.
important. We talked about the important stuff, the needle movers. What is your needle mover? Focus on that. Say no. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Athena, for being here with us today.
Of
And
course.
so, Athena, again, thank you for sharing this with us. And guys, this is just the tip of the iceberg of what is
Mm.
waiting for you in the social media challenge that we are running
Woo!
on April 20. On 20th of April, we're running the social media challenge. If you want to be more resourceful with your time, if you want to crush limiting beliefs, have a clear direction of where you're going, and actually using Facebook for your advantage and social media instead of social media using buy it. So if you want to be part of that challenge, I'm going to put the link right here and you can just click it and join, register to the event that you won't miss out, because after that, it will get deleted and you don't want to miss out on this event. So guys, I will see you there. Don't forget to click. Again, Athena, thank you for being here with us.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you for
Thank
having
you
me.
guys. Keep on going, keep on growing. Until next time, everybody, have a great day.